Hello, my dear students. This is Sir Andrew, your English teacher. Our target in this video lesson is for you to create your original multimodal text that you can post online. For you to do that, I will be sharing with you some models and types of multimodal text. What are multimodal texts? Multimodal texts combine two or more modes such as written language, spoken language, visual, which includes still and moving images, audio, gestural, and special meaning, according to the New London Group in 2000, Pope and Galanches in 2009. Creating multimodal text involves the use of communication technologies. However, multimodal text can also be paper-based or live performances. There are two classifications of multimodal text. The first classification is simple multimodal text, which meaning is conveyed to the reader through varying combinations of modes. The second classification is complex digital multimodal text, which meaning is conveyed through dynamic combinations of various modes. Here are the different forms of multimodal text that you might create in the classroom. The first example of simple multimodal text is posters. Posters is a large printed picture, photograph, or notice that you stick or pin to a wall or board, usually for decoration or to advertise something. Posters. The second example of simple multimodal text is comics, a type of text combining words and images, essentially a comic, although the term most commonly refers to a complete story presented as a book rather than a periodical. Comics. The third example of simple multimodal text is picture books. It is a book typically for children, in which the illustrations are as important as the words in telling the story. Picture books. The fourth example of simple multimodal text is a storyboard. A storyboard is a visual representation of film sequence and breaks down the action into individual panels. It is a series of ordered drawings with camera direction, dialogue, or other pertinent details. Storyboard. The fifth example of simple multimodal text is oral storytelling. Oral storytelling is the act of telling a story using words or actions. It is a form of communication that involves a storyteller and a listener. Oral storytelling. The sixth example of simple multimodal text is poem recitation. A poetry reading is a public oral recitation or performance of poetry. Reading poetry aloud allows the reader to express their own experience through poetry. Poem recitation. Our next example of a multimodal text is podcast. Podcasts are typically available as a series of pre-recorded talk or radio shows that users can download to their computers or mobile devices. Podcast. Our next example, which is a complex multimodal text, is social media. Social media refers to a variety of technologies that facilitate the sharing of ideas and information among their users. Some well-known platforms are Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Social media. Our last example, which is another complex multimodal text, is films. Films is a series of still photographs projected in rapid succession onto a screen by means of light. Film is a remarkably effective medium for conveying drama and evoking emotion. Films. Now that you have identified the different forms of multimodal text, it's time for us to read an example of multimodal text using a poem which I originally created for you. Every day, I plan and prepare a lesson for my students to reach a higher dimension. I religiously share my knowledge and skills for all my learners to acquire and deal. I am a teacher, a second parent and guide to help the students be responsible and wise. I am a teacher who only have one wish, for my students to prosper and be at their best. Now that you have learned what multimodal texts are, and after reading my original example, it's high time for you to create your own multimodal text. You can choose any of the different models that we have discussed earlier. I know you can do it. Go, go, go!